battles await beyond the horizon.
Thanks for watching out for me. You lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
You're one of us. No fist left behind.
I'm glad that's still the case.
Thou dawdlest, while time is precious. Let us speak.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. And if they died, would their deaths not count? But they need not die, for they would have you. You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Good. Baldur's Gate may not seek on its streets together.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces. That sign above. This must be a brewery. Or distillery.
Maybe we can find a flagon of something curse-resistant.
This guy looks like he had a long night. Might be best to keep him happy for now.
Leaning in, you can see how the creature's skin barely holds it together. The bulge of its belly is on the cusp of bursting wide open.
Oh, look at the thing. A few more tastes of its own medicine and it'll burst.
Go on, drink. Make it drink. Be drunk. You and I both. To our good health.
The liquid burns your throat as you swallow. but otherwise you feel no ill effects.
Elixir. But such a small sip you take. Fear not. You will soon quaff as I do. Now tell me the story. A fable, a saga. Delight me. How we long for a feast. Filling, gorging. Oh, the time with devils. You ask, you drink, then you amaze, enthuse, astound me. Again!
Your belly rumbles as the vile brew fills it, yet your mind remains miraculously steady.
More stories! Tell me of foes fell, villains vanquished, beasts bastard. I'll drink to that. We drink to everything, but especially to that. Bravo! Ask, question, make your query, and drink once more. Father Catherick's laughter, not joy, not ever, never. Oh, now drink it deep.
Each swig is as painful as the last, but you remain in otherwise sound mind and body.
I know you. I knew. I know. I am knowing. You want Father's personal, mysterious secret. Sent, ordered, commanded. Don't say it. Don't say it. Earthquakes. Earthquakes. Targan. Perish. Die. Buried. Buried in Thorn Tomb. Father told me. I can't perish. No, nay, neither. Too strong. Too.
Something over there.
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road. Listen, the psionic detector. Githyanki are lurking nearby.
Where Wargaz failed to kill you, I won't make the same mistake.
Let's do it.
Smell blood.
Won't last much longer like this.
Yes.
Fancy their jouncers.
Say bye-bye.
How delicious.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
I'm fading fast. I must heal.
The Shadow Curse will soon be forgotten, thanks to us.
Looks like an army marched through here.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping and yes sir, no sir, rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
My prodigal bloodkin is among them.
They live.
Barely. I made mince of their ugly mind matter. And if they dare return, I will strip out their offal.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. Of course I envy him. Why wouldn't I? The problem with what Cazador has done is that he did it to me. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. What's a handful of the wretch's servants? If they're anything like me when I was enslaved, they're all but begging for death anyway. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better. All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finely positioned for yours truly to ascend. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the Absolute. How? I was his bodyguard. I looked after him with my life. I trusted him more than anything. He ruined my life just when it was starting! And now he'll use up the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him! He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it. I can feel it. The engine. It's getting hotter, louder. It's going to blow if we don't find another way to fix it. You know, Zariel may have put the fucking thing in, but Gortash gave her the go-ahead. You expect this shit from devils, but not from the people you care about. Let's get to the city. Got business there I'm highly fucking keen to attend to.
I suppose you want to hear about Cazador. I don't want to say a damned thing, but that won't do anyone any good. Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor. Not him, no. A gang of thugs attacked me, angry about a ruling that I'd handed down as magistrate. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer. It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be. A vampire's spawn is less than a slave. They're a puppet. We have no choice but to obey our master's commands. They speak, and our bodies react. It's all part of the deal. Sometimes he'd order us to submit to torture. Sometimes he'd have us torture ourselves. Whatever his weather-vane mood settled on. Thank you, but this isn't about sympathy. It's about knowing what we might be up against. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows. What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
How can I help? Please, there is little more to be said on the subject. The best thing you and I can do is march on towards whatever awaits us. The end may be close. Time to reap what we have sown. Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history. She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy. As well as, I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the Chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Dream Visitor's protection. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. And what then? You are prone to impulses as uncontrollable as the gods themselves. Will you even have a say in what you do? Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? Even as you utter the words to yourself, you know it is but an intention. And these dark desires of yours have little regard for your intentions. You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
The reckoning is upon us! The city thirsts for domination. March! Join power.
We're under attack. Help me.
Just be quick.
Where's our Dream Guardian?
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack. It's not over. Come to the skull.
What now? Let's have some courage. Break through.
Time to push my luck again.
What's it gonna take? It's not over. Come to the skull. Hurry. I can't hold them back alone. It's not over. Come to the skull.
Come on, let's go.
I need you now.
I'd love to, thanks. I've got a long road ahead.
in danger.
Oh, shit. A mind flayer.
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him. Everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all proof you need. Now, help me. The God. Destroy the God. They prevent me from subduing their master. Do it now. Together, we can turn the tide.
No surrender.
Dance macabre.
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
A mind flayer? How is this possible? Gods, we've been so blind.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed. His hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Rather them than potential future allies, like you. Not all mind flayers are alike. I have always valued freedom above all else. In my past life, and present. It has been a burning need within me for as long as I can remember. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Elithic Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. There may come a time when that is necessary, but there is no guarantee that his power would survive his passing. The risk is too great. The moment his protection is gone, he would become enthralled to the Elder Brain, just as I would. We may look different, but to the Elder Brain we are already the same. Thralls in its design. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel, but the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
I'm happy to have more powerful friends, but, well, better you than me.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army we must not let them reach it. We must find the brain. You have seen what I can do. And if you let me, you will be able to do things. There will be, and you will soon see that the benefits. The answer is twofold. Two. So, do you wish to evolve or...
Even as you say the word.
I felt that. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
A raging pain. A coldness seep the tadpole you feel.
When you... But we must... You heard? We must...
Still alive, so that's progress.
Go to the sea.
Darling? You really did it, huh? Not worried. Well, what can I say? And yet... Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this. Good. Darling? Go on. Always. Yay! If you're happy, I'm happy. Are you happy? Couldn't have said it better myself.
So, we owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. At least my lack of tentacles. I'm not sure what's next for you. I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it. I'm glad to hear it. Whatever's coming, we need to keep our options open. Before anything else, to the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble. A little reclusive, perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure. I hope so, because I'm not striking another deal with Raphael. Knows what he'd demand this time. But...
Oh, quite a rug pull, eh? A mind flayer manipulating us this whole time. Such creatures are not to be trusted as a general rule, though This one does appear to have had a significant hand in our survival up to this point. At best, an ally whose motivations remain shrouded in deceit. We should be wary of what such an alliance may cost us. I can only imagine what I could do were I to adopt the biology of a mind flayer. It certainly doesn't seem to have done you any harm. Or rather, you've not yet done me any harm. Still, there are undoubtedly risks to such a transformation. If this is what the fates have offered to aid our cause, then who am I to refuse? I'll take your tadpole. Let's see what it has to offer.
Life pulses from what it wants to share itself with.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
A coldness seeps the tadpole. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected.
Perhaps. Once the others...
What's on your mind?
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Let's move.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. That was last Tenday, though. Oh, I'll pay you back.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family. Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
You shouldn't have to be. I just want to remove these I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'm fine!
I respect You've stepped on the guild's toes. And we'd like 'em. I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live. Just a little something. Consider it. Well...
What in the hells was that?
Felt like a quake fit to topple Ramazes Tower.
That's curious.
New city, same ox.
Your desire.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Donations? Food, sundries, gold. These poor... Let's see what you've got. Thank you.
Don't be shy.
Looking ahead.
Oh. Nice to be in a crowd of normal people for once.
All in one.
The dog seems wary, sniffing you intently. The dog sniffs your hand.
Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? Is that so? A word of advice, then. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top. Tensions! Some well-to-dos and the locals going without while strangers feast. It's... If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. What people here have gone... I say we march round there and... Why does it matter? Innocence makes the...
Look at it. Come crawling home. Hands, have you lost your I could end it now.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone.
That's curious.
We shed tears, so we may shed blood.
Richtig.
My friend from the Hag Swamp. Even you, my erstwhile quarry.
Oh, hello again.
Frey, Valdistor.
I feel we're intruding. We should leave quickly.
Calm yourself. You will not be harmed. Our leader has called off the hunt. She wishes to speak to you.
Orak. So, the impossible spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you. The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future.
When I was hunting you, I was to bring you back here, interrogate you, discover how to save our children, and then destroy you.
But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him?
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a long story, honestly.
Free. Not while his master still lives. But he has, perhaps, earned a second chance. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking Khazad-dûr's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in. And once inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Khazad-dûr like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children? But I promise you, they're already dead. I spent 200 years bringing him victims. Each and every one was whisked away to be fed on that night.
But you never saw him feed yourself. He could keep prisoners for days before killing them.
I know our plight is grim, but if there is even a chance to save them, we must take it.
If our children are truly gone, then we ask for blood. I know you can understand that, Spawn.
I suppose. Yes. Yes. Revenge, I can do.
Thank you. From me and all my people.
If you can do this, we will be in your debt. You have lived a life of violence and sin. You have stolen lives, broken families, and caused immeasurable grief. Doing this will not right those wrongs.
If you're trying to encourage me, you're failing abysmally.
But it will be a start. You may still be redeemed. Please go. Time is short, but we will see you again when it is done.
Exterminated. Nothing left to do. Was never numbers, but the bonds we share, and they are stronger than the innocent.
Do not stand.
The innocent will suffer just the same. We have no good choices.
Another quake. What's going on?
The Circus of the Last Days has returned.
It's the Elder Brain.
Dryads, Jin,
There's something
and Tribbles the
happening to
Clown,
it.
back with a new act.
Promised you'd get us inside the city. Said you'd do whatever it takes.
I'm not scared of the authorities. But it would be stupid to pick a fight with the...
Maybe it has something to do with the army about to invade the city.
Don't believe everything you read in the broadsheet. This was a wonderful idea. Just what we needed.
What's that?
That was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Tribbles the Clown, back with a new act.
Maybe one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Back off and return to your purpose. That's an order.
To stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
Who you calling this smelly
Right, guys. Baldur's Gate is for Baldurians.
Not enough to organise the party. Madame Lucretius is very that name. All this kerfuffle over missing redcaps. Yes, we'd caged them due to unruly behavior.
Stinks of cheese. Between his piggy toes.
How dare you? What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next! Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extra-planar circus there is.
A circus! Can we go?
We travel from plane to plane, thrilling all blessed to see us. From tempestuous Ginny to belligerent redcaps, you'll find them all here. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside and forget your worries. Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Ah! Blood! Tasty blood! So delicious!
Well, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you. Well, it's a good thing I'm the agreeable sort, isn't it? Welcome to the circus of the last days. Have fun, and be sure to catch the star of our show, Tribbles the Clown.
You realize she is miming putting on face paints. She has them to sell.
Elminster's not around, so might as well. What now? I applaud your taste. Ripe with magic.
Let's get going. Time to rest.
Approach! Ugly one! Yes! Behold! Akabi's Wheel of Wonders. Spin! To win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable. Akabi has traveled across the plains, burning and conquering all. Win the spoils of such or if luck smiles upon you. No more questions. Spin, let us see if you have luck's favor. Alas, no. Yeah! Alas! No! You are welcome!
Hungry little hobgoblin. Want a treato? I has lots of treatos, and magics, and junks I finds. Don't worry. I only takes junks from dead people. I is nice. Yes! I has lots of stuffs. Just for you.
Miss. Again! Ah! Lucille! It's pose a grapevine, then pivot step. Jacob, you have the grace of my great-grandmother's missing leg. Ah! And Boris. Boris! Put some sensuality into those lovely hip bones. I know you have it in you. Step it up. Interrupting a massacre? Merkel, help me. These three make the art of dance look like a ritual sacrifice. Call me Lucretius, ringmaster, necromancer, bringer of the night. Oh, and wine lover extraordinaire. Normally, I'd invite you into my tent for a lovely vintage, but these graceless skellies need my full attention.
Keep your distance, darling.
Behold, spin to win prize tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable. Let us...
You notice a glint in Akabi's beard. As it glows, the wheel moves away from the jackpot.
Alas! No jackpot for you. You would accuse me. I am, however, feeling gracious. So I will forget this and allow you to spin again. Alas! No jackpot for you, ugly one. But you may have this. Behold! Akabi's Wheel of Wonders. Spin! To win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable. Will the Wheel of Wonders dub you worthy? Come, see! The spongy mortal returns! Spin, let us... Impossible! You thief! You cheated! Enjoy the jackpot, muley cad!
What in the hells? Jimmy, where did you send me?
Still breathing, despite everything.
Someone there?
Oh, darling, don't forget that Dragonborn's order. It's due shortly.
Junks and magics for sale! Mostly bloodstain free!
Good! You shall make him magnificent, my darling. I know it.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
Don't.
Buddy the dog is my very best friend. Do you know why? Why? Because with him, anything is possible. Way!
Good puns. Because clowns aren't enough of a horror already.
Did you hear about the scarecrow who lost a fight? He got the stuffing kicked out of him. Way! Oh, you're all such good friends. I've had... Oh, well, if you insist. How about a Who?
A bloodthirsty rush of fury engulfs you. You want to butcher the crowd, women and children alike, and soak in their innards. It is glorious.
You, my special assistant. Come on up.
Hang on now, soldier. I'm not paying for your sins.
Oh, my heart! The enthusiasm is too much! Now, up, double sharp, or poor Buddy will think you don't like him. Right there! Oh, perfect!
This had better be violent, sexy, or both.
Now, you're very special. As special as can be. Does anyone know why?
Why?
You're special, my friend. Because I have a message just for you. Praise the Absolute. Praise the Absolute.
I always knew I'd die at a circus.
transport is set.
Take this!
The shapeshifter. Wasn't it? I thought we were killing a real clown. Off we go then.
Seek and you shall find me.
All right, what now?
Please, enjoy the circus.
Welcome, adventurer. No doubt. Yes, I seem to. Why don't we see if we can find the perfect weapon for you? Wonderful. I provide. Tell me, how do you like to kill? I see. And when you kill someone, what do you feel? What do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you? You didn't.
I see how you...
She's toying with me. What does she want?
You! Don't! I'm gonna knock that smirk right off your face. Well, gods, I need a bloody...
Hi! Welcome. Hi! Want a blade? Or a bow? Or a dagger? Or maybe a spear is more... You look like you know how to use a spear. By spear. What'd you say? Huh? Yep, that's me. Oh, all right. He doesn't like to be Is there anything else I can do for you? Oh, yay!
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Don't burn yourself.
Just stamping us into the dirt.
Just scare the cat. Packed bags for myself and the kids. Ready by the door. We should do the same.
I don't want to leave.
I know, sweetie. We'll be safe in the wilds. It's run or sit on my arse praying if we get caught sneaking in. Gods don't give a damn. 2 days in a jail cell. At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
Just scare the cat.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Third time in the last 10 days. Mummy, please, in the name of the crying one, have mercy.
The crying one weeps today.
Teachings, but we know nothing.
That collar looks familiar. Does this cat belong to Gabe?
What a day.
Never a dull moment.
Tara! That can't be you, can it? My, is that a ring? For us? Ugh, you shouldn't have. Enjoy yourself now, Tara. Looks like you've got yourself set up quite nicely here. She isn't my Tresim. She's my friend. And from the looks of things, it appears she's eating pigeons. Oh, right. Did you hear that, Tara? Oh, she's agreed. Tara remains as willful as ever. But I'm glad you finally made her acquaint. Given the length of my time away, I feared she might have given up on me. Oh, I should have known better. She'd never do such a thing. I wouldn't have her any other way. Was there anything else you needed of me? Direct me.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or...
Shitey little elf. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder and is feel free to look around the temple. I really hope...
What ails you? What do you want to know? We give...
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want... And now they're blaming a refugee for his death. Typical. He came a couple of times. You...
That might be worth a look.
Never get the fun jobs, son.
Don't burn yourself. That's it.
Brethren in blood, tell them!
Gimme. My gods, this is sick.
This feels good.
No choice but to keep going.
Swords meet sorcery.
That's curious. Survival is all that matters.
At the ready.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Good to be alive.
What to do? Colourful torso, torn and butchered. Hello, Drivers.
Attention!
Salutations.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together.
Don't touch me.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Excellent choice.
Looks like these people were trying to hide in the tunnels here.
I don't know if it's worth enough.
Trust no one. Let's crack it open.
All right, what now?
Hatched up, pushing on.
Please, if you could just...
We have the Duke's full
Page material.
for the good of the people.
Got a minute to tell me about your experience at the gate today? He wants some fluff piece about I've heard. Of course, I can't write any of that. My editor only released. Oh, I'll try. That'll make a great headline. Sorry, cut. Fascinating.
Something over there.
Papa sells good things!
Oh, dribbles. But I'm sure... Oh, you shall be thrilled and delighted. I know it. Nothing...
Watch your
darling,
back.
Don't forget that Dragonborn's order. It's shortly. Good. You shall make him magnificent, my darling. I know it.
Get your shinies and Tritos! Clown Man is...
The softest touch. Let's have a rummage. Almost too easy.
All right. I shall stop fussing.
That's gonna pass.
Which way to the nearest library?
Hey, good looking.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Keep a blade close. Should be easy.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Well, hello.
Get your shinies and Tritos!
Yes?
What a charmer.
Every cent, Papa Seti.
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Drow's nose was as crooked as you carved, my darling.
Careful, I bite. Some mild plants.
It's due shortly.
Fort Red Hand.
A very pinchable pocket.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Involving a child.
Watch your back.
Tactics, I won't. Soon the bastards will outnumber us. They'll come for our homes, our jobs, everything.
The Rivington Gap.
Good job.
What do you want? And go down to... What? And go down to the bloody sh...
A little chicanery. What a jinx.
Fort red-handed.
A very pinchable pocket.
Fort Red.
A little chicanery. What can we rescue? What is the challenge? Like candy from a
Thief's been picking pockets near here. This would be a good moment to explain yourself. You relinquish the spoil. Fort red-handed. can...
Hi! Or maybe you look like you know how to use a spit. Oh, yay! One.
Let's move.
Stelmane is dead. This does not
Thought we'd be safe in the gate. I heard the stories.
Outraged.
Well, all you want. We've got enough mouths.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Or do you have the means to support yourself? Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's Decree on Extraordinary Wartime Measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your name.
Well met, citizen.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
Not just yet. State your business. Uh-huh. Eyes open, body still.
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known.
Whoa. My engine, it's almost... I don't know... buzzing. Like it's paying attention.
Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has heard the howls of slaughtered goblins. It has seen the deep shadows of Grimforge, and the stone floors left bloodied. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the... Your peaceful surrender has been noted. You...
What are you doing? We cannot defeat the brain without that stone.
Someone there?
Keep a blade close.
How, Malapert? Must thou stirreth so? I call myself Marvin. Unfortunate, nay, ineluctable, perchance evitable, to be confined in such immure. Thou wishest to escape the confines of this prison, doth thou not? I can helpest thee. Answer me true, and I shall teleport thee to safety. Answer me false, and I shall teleport thee near the guards. Very well. To rephrase, I will teleport you away. Answer them right, and I send you to safety. Answer them wrong, and I send you to the guards. Then I fly, but not through the sky. I say goodbye at night and hello in the morning. I am part of you and follow wherever you go. I wear only black and run from the light, yet without it, I couldn't exist. Who am I? Very good. Your freedom is nigh. And now, the second riddle. I am beaten and battered, but never break. My crown has felt the strike of endless blades, yet I can never move. I never sweat, even when the summertide sun shines upon me. Who am I? An anvil indeed. You make me most proud. It is time to depart. Freedom is yours. Say...
Guard prepares to attack.
Very good. I never sweat. And it is time to freedom is yours.
Quick and quiet.
Guard prepares to attack.
Very good. I never sweat. And it is time. Freedom.
lost.
They won't see me coming.
Time for bitter business the light would fear to shine on. Light on my feet.
Surprised you spotted me.
I'd love to, thanks. Quiet.
One with the weave.
No one stopped me yet.
So, hey, we've got this soul coin. Zariel used to top me up every now and again when she wanted me to go after an especially wicked target. Sort of. Next time we find ourselves toe-to-toe with something we want to squash, drop a coin in. See what happens. Fuck yes!
Something smells tasty.
It's over. He's too far gone.
With pleasure.
You might as well lock the cell. It's over. You don't get it. I came seeking allies to our cause. Empty as a stare. He's spoken accusations. I'll be executed. You might have unlocked my cell, but there's no escape from this place. When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer. Alder's words. I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. Lead me from my... I'll seek out my connections. When the Well done.
Let's play.
Gods, it's hot in here. Over there.
Come on, can't stay idle. Need to find a way forward.
Knight to King 5.
Imperos!
Gone with the weave.
Don't touch me. Symbol.
Looking ahead.
Hardly a challenge.